Okay, so we're going to start our Elements and Principles of Design foldable book. You can see how this folds back and forth. What you need to be thinking about right now is what object do you want to select for your foldable. Okay, so this person, you can see that they picked an ice cream cone and, okay, a deer, or at least the head. This one had a tree, okay, a rocket ship. So something that you like, because you are making this for the front of the foldable book. You're doing that 7 times, and then on the back. Okay, so this needs to be something not just that is easy, or it needs to be something that you are interested in, because you're going to be spending some time working on this, so you might as well like it. Okay, you can see the dolphin or maybe a whale. Oops. Okay, so this stuff is really everywhere. Elements and Principles of Design are used in all artwork. We're going to start with the elements. These are simpler, more straightforward, and so we're going to start with those to get this started. Okay, so the elements of design are line, shape, color, form, texture, value, and space. We're going to go ahead, we'll start with line. So this is pretty straightforward. What is a line? A line is something that is longer than it is wide. Okay, so you can think about all the different types of lines that you could draw. You could make vertical, horizontal. You can make dotted or dashed or wavy. Okay, zigzag. Okay, so all these different types of lines, you can make those kind of castle-looking lines. But lines are pretty straightforward, so you would think about what object you wanted to do. Okay, something that you really do like or something that you enjoy. And then you're going to use the lines to create that object. Okay. Shape. Again, pretty straightforward. Look at all the different shapes. These are 2-dimensional, okay? A shape has height, right, and width. Okay, that's going up and down and then side to side. So you would be using these to create whatever object you are selecting. Okay, do you want to do something that is like food? Okay, that would be something, interesting. What about an animal? What about some type of object, like something from sports, right? You could do, if there's a something that you're very passionate about, you could pick that. Okay, so you have different types of shapes. Okay, it doesn't have to be just the geometric ones. These are ones that have names that are from math, okay, like triangle, circle, square. But you also have organic shapes. So geometric, organic. These are things from nature that they don't have like a specific name, okay, but like different leaves, right? Blades of grass. Clouds. They would have something that is organic. It's not like a cookie cutter regular shape. Okay, so you also have something called positive and negative shape. Okay, so positive space is the object itself. Okay, so if you have, it depends on which way you're looking at these, right? If you think of your object, right, as the white part, you see a vase, right, for the positive space, the actual object. For the negative space, it's everything outside of it. So you would see like the faces, right? So that would be negative. But again, it could be the opposite of this. Okay, so you have positive and negative shape. Color. So there are lots of different types of color or ways that you can explain that. Sorry. Okay, so we'll look at some different elements of color or different things to think about. Okay, so you have different properties that go along with color. You have hue, which is what the color is called or what the color is named. Okay, blue, red, you know, that kind of thing. Value would be how light or how dark the color is. And then intensity would be, or saturation is how bright or vibrant the color is or how dull. So you can think of like a neon color, right, would be very intense. Oops, we still need this. Okay, so we're still thinking, what object do I want to use? Because you're going to have to repeat this over and over and change it. So you got to figure out something that you like, not just any object. Okay, so you have primary colors. So primary colors are what you need to mix every other color. Okay, so primary, red, blue, and yellow. Okay, you can't make those colors. Okay, you have to have those to create everything else that is in between. So you can't mix them and create those. You're going to have to start with them. Okay, red, blue, yellow. Don't feel like you have to write all that down. We're just, you know. Okay, secondary. So these are created with those primary. So you are going to get green, purple, or violet, and orange. Okay, so you need two primaries. Blue and yellow make green. Red and blue make violet. Red and yellow make orange. Okay, so you have tertiary colors. These are ones that are in between. Okay, so you have them in between the primary and the secondary colors. So you have something like yellow-green or blue-violet, but they're going to be like these two mixed together, like red-orange, Okay, red violet. So tertiary colors are primary colors and secondary colors mixed together. And lots of times people are, when you're creating something, they're selecting some type of color scheme. Okay, so maybe everything is primary colors, so that's how they fit together and they look really good together. Sometimes they're secondary colors. Okay, so you also have warm colors. So you could select something that is red, orange, or yellow. You think of the sun, right? Anything that's warm, red, orange, and yellow would be another way to divide colors up. Okay, you have cool colors, so like green, blue, and violet. So another way that you would be able to divide those, you got to make sure you're writing something down, just so you're going to have something to come back to, even if it's brief. Okay, so texture is the next element. Okay, so this is implied texture or perceived texture. So making it look like it has a feeling or a texture to it. So you are creating lots of lines that are going to mimic or copy something that you're looking at. Okay, if you're making something that has fur, right, you might have lots of little straight lines, right, that are going to make that object look furry. Okay, if you have, maybe you're drawing the ground and you have lots of rocks on it, you might have to have that kind of texture that you're drawing and implying. Okay, so you should, it looks like you should be able to like feel that without even touching it. It's not real texture, just implied. Okay, so and this is what I talked about where it's tactile, you could actually feel that the texture is there, or visual, it's the illusion of texture. Okay, so value. Okay, this is just light and dark. Okay, so that you're going to have areas that are going to be very black, okay, on the darker side of value, or areas that are very light on that lighter side. Okay, and this is, let's skip forward through these just a second. I don't know that we, low key value, this is pretty hard to, I guess, explain, but you've got lots of really dark areas you can see that are made up, oops, and then lots of very light areas. I'm gonna run out of time. Okay, let's get this last one real fast. Space. Okay, so this is the illusion of depth, so making something look like there is more space there, putting something closer to you and something further away, something that's big and little, and making it look like there is the illusion of depth. Okay, so you can see with those trees.